Today we are going to discuss how to properly pack your kitchen box using nothing but a simple, small, standard book box and some wrapping paper. Today we're going to be using tan packaging tape. This is from Duck. Now you can see this is pretty plasticky. This is what you want. Do not get the brown paper as it's much less strong. Now you can also use a standard Scotch moving tape. Now this has this little plastic deal where you can wrap around the box and then cut it off. I find these cumbersome. Now if you don't have a real strong grip or aren't able to rip this tape, which I'm going to show you how in just a second, then using something like this might help. It's just going to take longer. But to keep things quick, we like to use this plastic type tape. Use this for years, and what makes it so easy to use is that when pulled taut, this is a very, very strong tape, right? You can see it stretch a little bit there, but not break. So this is gonna hold your boxes together. Now, without having to use a plastic deal like on the Scotch tape, as long as you find a clean edge to this plastic tape and grip both sides close together and quickly rip, it will pop. So you can stretch your box, grab the edge of the tape, rip, and you're good to go. So you don't have to worry about it breaking with any other form of stress on that tape. Here is our standard box. This is a small book box. As you can see here, one edge has a groove cut all the way down, the other has a groove cut partially up. Now, this is the top, this is the bottom. The reason these are here are to very easily help us keep the flaps out of the way as we pack our box. So what we first want to do is pull the box upright. You can see that on the edges here, it is cut all the way through. So we're going to want to lay this flat. There's a crease at the bottom of the flap. Just fold it all the way forward. Flip it back over. Do the same thing to the other side. Stand it up, and now you open the box. Now we have our box with the edges folded down and kept in place by the little piece that was not cut off, so we can pack our box. At this time, you will then flip upside down, small ends in first, larger ends in, and then we begin taping. Now, how we want to tape this to ensure that the bottom will not fall out regardless of the weight of the dishes inside of the box, we're going to start by going, and I'm just going to bring it up here. Normally I wouldn't do this, but just so you can see the distance, you want to go about 6 inches down the side of the box and make sure that it is stuck. So that's about 6 inches, plenty of length. Come directly down the center, tape both of the sides together, again 6 inches. Boom. So that is one. Now you're going to come across, same thing, 6 inches, across once, across twice, and there you have it. Do not just do one tape piece down the side. That is asking for trouble, asking for disaster. Make sure you always come across perpendicular to the fold, at least with 2 strands. Now, if you do want a little bit more security, you can also go perpendicular to those and do 2 more. All right? If it's grandma's fine china, something very expensive, sentimental value, or you're just a worrywart and a little bit paranoid, give it a little bit extra. But I can assure you right now, I can put a couple bowling balls in here and the bottom is not going to fall out. So here we have a beautifully built box. We have our sides out of the way, and it's taped in a manner that nothing's gonna happen to it. Step 1. So here we just have some standard wrapping paper purchased from U-Haul. Obviously, it can be purchased from anywhere, and you're probably gonna find it quite a bit cheaper.
I forget what I paid for this, but maybe $6, $7, something like that. But it's just a standard roll of recycled paper, as you can see. Now the first thing we want to do is create a padding, a nice thick padding on the bottom of this box before we're ever putting dishes in it. We're also going to do the same thing at the top. So to do that, we're going to take one paper, we're just going to roll it up into a ball, okay? And we're going to do this a few times. At least, I usually do 4. All right, 4 random balls. And then you'll take these 4 and you'll pile them up side by side, just like this. And then you will wrap. I usually do a diagonal wrap. That way I can tuck the ends in and kind of make them whatever length I want to my box. So here, I now put this in lengthwise, and I have a nice little cushion. So for the small boxes, you see that, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of paper, we'll do that 2 more times to make the bottom. All right, after that, you can see that there's a very padded bottom on the box here. Now, what this is going to help with is if your movers, or you, drops the box while your box is full of dishes. Now you might say, hey, that's quite a bit of paper, it takes up quite a bit of room, but most people have dishes that they want to protect. You don't want to go out and spend another $50 on paper when you could have, or $50 on new dishes when you could have spent, just a few dollars on some paper. Now, how do you wrap something such as this wine glass? Right? You want to set it in the center of the paper. You are going to roll the wine glass. Generally 1 piece of paper works. Crumple up the bottom and then tuck the top inside of the wine glass. Pretty simple. Now, take your box, take your wine glass, place it in like such. Okay? So, we're going to focus on doing some of these, not the wine glass first, that was just an example. But since we have some plates, we have some bowls, we're going to do some of the heavier dishes first, and then we will do some of the more fragile dishes. So, plate, again, just set it in the center, fold everything in towards the top, and you're good to go. Pretty simple. Place your plate in like such. Now, if you're doing a lot of plates, sometimes it's easiest to go up on the side. Right? If you're going plate, 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 plate. Now, in this we have a mixture, so we might go plate here, and then we'll do the smaller plates. So again, do not stack your plates like this. Multiple plates with no paper in between, and then go. There's going to be a lot of movement, there's going to be a lot of vibration in the stuff, and you don't want to be scratching up your nice dishes. Right? So every dish gets a piece of paper and then place it in the box. Now if you're hiring movers and you're going to have them pack your kitchen, they should be doing it exactly like this. I was a professional mover for several years, and if you guys are not taking care of your dishes like this and they are packing, it's something you should probably be concerned with. So bowl, same thing, center the paper, fold everything inward, find a place. Now how you pack the box, don't put heavy bowls, heavy plates on top of a wine glass or a champagne flute, right? Use common sense in packing, but you can kind of feel and figure out, because it's going to vary and things will change depending upon the dishes that you have. So Glasses, same thing, center. Pack it into the center of the glass, right? That is a nicely packed glass. Then plop it in. All right, and we'll finish up here, and then we will do the topper. Okay, and here we are. So, as you can see, we're not quite full in this box. So, I would normally take and put a couple other dishes in here, but let's say this is our last box and this is all we have, right? We do not want to leave a space, what is this, 6-7 inches from the top of the box down to the closest dishes. If we do that, the movers will take, or you, if you're moving yourself, you're going to forget, you have a lot going on, and you're gonna put another box on top of this and it's gonna collapse. And what that's gonna do is it's going to take away from the sturdiness of the pile, right? And this will collapse, the boxes on top will start leaning, and then you can have a bunch of stuff fall. So we wanna make sure that this is completely packed tight, right? Also, if you drop something on top of it and it crushes, it's not gonna come down and just hit the plates or the bowls or the glasses. It will have some sort of a impact cushion here. So to top this box off, what we're going to do is, once again, crumple up our paper just like we did in the beginning. And place it in the box as such. Ugh. Now, see how there's a little bit of space here? If you feel you need a little extra, just take a couple balls of paper and throw it in there. Now, you have a very sturdy, very strong box here full of dishes. If you drop this box, anything happens, you will be fine. So, here we go. Now, to finish this off, these little pieces right here, just pull one side, it'll rip. Pull the other side, it'll rip. And just like the bottom, you're going to bring in the small sides, followed by the longer sides. Grab your tape, 6 inches down, all the way across, binding the two sides. Always make sure that you rub your hand across, that it sticks. Once over, once more. There you have it. Just take your permanent marker, maybe mark it with a K, and circle it for kitchen. Here we have it, a very small box full of dishes that is sturdy, that can be hit, that can be tossed, it can be dropped, and everything inside is going to be safe. Well, that was it. Pretty simple. I hope it helped. If so, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below to let me know what I could improve on or what you would like to see more of. Thank you.